thank you for coming back and thank you for joining us on my learning block. We're now still building fluency using 8's. Now, if you're at this point, that means two things. One, it means your child is really growing with regards to building fluency, and it means that these videos are helping. So again, thank you for being back. And today I hope you're able to learn some stuff from me with regards to building these strategies and building fluency using these 8's so we can gain mastery with our students, right? So right here, as you know, as I always say, multiplication is the process of grouping numbers. Now, as I always say as well, you want to make sure that your child is not just focusing on memorizing. If you are under a situation in which someone says to memorize multiplication facts, go in the opposite direction. Your child needs to be building these strategies, right? These strategies and the different types of ways of building this fluency, not memorization. So with regards to multiplying 8's, what does it mean exactly? Well, it means to put things in groups. We have 8 groups of 4, 4 groups of 8. It will both give us 32. I like using spiders as my object, right? So if I have 8 groups of 4, or let's say 4 groups of 8, I want to work on 4 groups of 8 this time. All right, so my 4 groups could be 4 spiders. If you're an arachnophobic person, I apologize, but spiders work because they have 8 arms. So I have 1 spider, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know, don't you love my spiders? 2, 3 spiders, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and my 4th spider, right? So I have 4 spiders, all with 8 arms. So I have my 4 groups of 8, and if you counted all these arms, I'm not gonna kind of waste your time on that one, but if you count all the arms, it should be 32. You should have 8 here, 16 here, 24 here, and 32. So that's grouping numbers. Like we said before, multiplication is the grouping of numbers, or the process of repeated addition. Now, how do you focus on those 8's? Well, I'm glad you asked, because it's time to figure it out. So what you want your child to realize is that anytime they multiply in number times 8, that the number is always going to be, and this is 100% of the time, it's always going to be an even number. Even. So 0, 8, you know, you have even in the ones place. 0, 8, 6, 4, 24, 16, 24, 32, 0, 8, 56, 4, 2. I know I said a couple numbers because I was thinking of the pattern at the same time. If you pay attention to the pattern, it goes 0, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, 8, 6, 4, 2, which is basically counting back. If you think of 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 10. It's cool. I love numbers because they all have a specific type pattern, except for pi, and you'll have to check out that video on another time. So this helps when it comes time and your child is doing a problem and they see a problem such as 8 times 7 and they're not really sure about it, and maybe they've used their groups and they've counted, and if they get like the number 57 or 55, they know that both of these numbers don't necessarily work, and that is because they are not even numbers. So that kind of helps with the whole process of going back and checking over your work. So make sure your child understands that, hey, when I multiply number times 8, I'm going to get an even number. Now, how do we multiply numbers times 8? Now, like I said, if you watch the 7's video, if you're at this part right now, then you're pretty much at the back end of building the fluency with regards to multiplication. Make sure your child is really understanding each phase before moving on to another number. So when your child sees some of these problems, maybe instead of using the 8's fact, they'll want to use the 3's fact or the 4's or the 5's, etc. And that's fine, but for this purpose right here, you want your child to really have the opportunity to kind of learn those facts of the 8's, I guess I could say, in reverse, almost in a Yoda-ish kind of way. So moving on, the rule with regards of 8's is any number times 8, you can multiply first by 9 and then subtract that number. And the reason why I say 9 is because you have already learned how to teach the 9's trick to your child, and your child is using it. So they can go ahead and use that 9's trick and then subtract the numbers, such as the first one. You see 6 times 8, all right? So I'm going to first multiply 6 times 9 and then subtract that 6. Now the 9's trick, remember, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm doing it in reverse so you can see it. You know it's 54, and so I just subtract 6. So 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48. So 48. Therefore 6 times 8, let me get my pen here, 6 times 8 equals 48, because I first multiplied by 9, which gave me 54, and then I subtracted the 6. And your child can do the same thing for the 8 times 3, so give them the opportunity. So 8 times 3, I'm going to do what first? Multiply by 9 and then subtract the other number, which is 3. So multiplying 3 times 9, 1, 2, 3, 20, oh sorry, 7, and then I would subtract my 3. So 27, 26, 25, 24. Therefore 8 times 3 equals, and that's a big equal sign, 24, because 9 times 3 gave us 27, and then we subtracted 3. Now this is the whole thing about multiplication. It is repeated addition. So in this sense, we're just subtracting, which is the inverse operation. So in the last 7 times 8, we're going to again multiply times 9. 7 times 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which gives us 63. Now again, normally I would work that way, but with regards to the camera, I'm told I need to work in reverse. Bear with me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 63. Now just subtract 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58. I just messed up somewhere. So see, and it happens even with me. So I'm at 63, which is where I should be, I think. 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 57, and 56. Got it. All right, so it is 56. 7 times 8 equals 56, and I think I said that earlier. So my equal sign to my product is 56. And again, 7 times 9 is 63 minus 7, and it equals 56. Now, a way to go back. Just now I said 57. I knew that could not have been the answer because it wasn't an even number. Perfect. All right. I hope you enjoyed again learning with me. Keep sticking around. I promise you, you'll get some good videos. You'll get some good information. You'll get some good stuff. Join me again next time on my learning block. Keep learning with me, and I'll see you again.